Hello everybody, it is Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and in this video it's time for episode 52 of my question and answer series. Now, compared to last week's episode that only had one comment, this one has 17. A couple of them are my own, but anyway, going to the bottom, starting with Jared71, desk tour by chance. I don't know if I have a desk tour on this channel or my previous one, but I will add this to the list of videos to do, so hopefully that will come within the next, sometime this month, hopefully. From Computer Kid 1, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? He also asks, anyway, what do you think is a must-have feature on iOS 7? I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with iOS 6, so I'm not really too sure what I would want in iOS 7 in terms of features. I guess if a UI overhaul is considered a feature, then yeah, that's what I would want, because while iOS 6 and iOS in general still looks good compared to many other mobile operating systems or skins, I do think that it's in need of a minor refresh. From Jared71, you can download Zeusmos from Cydia, which will basically get you the older version of Zeusmos, and you can easily get free apps now. Okay. From the Brand Tech, are you surprised that you only got one question? I really am, because there wasn't a single Q&A video where I had just one comment, so I'm not sure what happened. Radcell8 says that if I had to guess, I would say it's because he doesn't always give detailed and informative answers. I mean, I'd say that the answer, it's a Q&A. You ask a question, I give you the answer. So, I can kind of see your point. Not all of my answers are very detailed or informative. Typically, when it comes to questions on the internet, I would recommend that people would try and search things on their own before asking me a question, typically a how-to question. When it comes to opinions and stuff, I still give those if I have enough of an opinion to actually give. Also, from the Brand Tech, why don't you do tweak reviews? I'm just not interested in many iOS tweaks nowadays, because I don't know, they just don't seem too interesting. I haven't installed a new tweak in a while, although I have, but I uninstalled it quite quickly because I just didn't see any true need in said tweak. So I just don't do tweak reviews because there aren't very many recent tweaks that I'm actually interested in. From Matthew MacLeod, do you think you will ever convert to Android? I probably won't. iOS is really where I'm at because of how it's extremely simple to use. The app and accessory ecosystem is top-notch as well. If I ever would convert to Android, it would have to be with some sort of device that runs a stock version of Android or CyanogenMod. From Don the Teen, my PSP's square button sticks really badly and I cannot take off the faceplate due to stripped screws under the battery, bought it used. Is there any way to fix this annoying sticky button? I honestly do not know, because this does sort of go back to Radcell8's comment about me not giving very informative answers, but you can't have an answer for everything. But I don't know, because if I had your situation, the first thing I would do is try to take it apart. But since you can't do that, I'm not too sure what you can try, so I can't really answer that. From DExistence19, what is your favorite piece of technology of all time? Like an actual product or some sort of new piece of technology in general, like high-resolution displays or broadband internet? In terms of actual products, I'm going to come up with a different answer because most people would probably choose their smartphone that they have, but I'm going to choose my MacBook Air because of how thin it is. It's still very fast for pretty much anything I want to do on here. So if there's something I want to do on here, minus maybe heavy video editing and maybe ultra heavy games, then this is just a perfect notebook for that. It's light, it's thin, it looks good, it's high quality obviously, so that's probably my favorite piece of a technology product. Now, in terms of some sort of revolutionary piece of technology, I would have to say that it's high-speed internet, because high-speed internet allows people to do things that they couldn't previously do in the days of dial-up. So you could stream live HD video to somebody in near real time. Some sort of event could happen and you could immediately start uploading photos and video clips to the internet without too much of a delay. So I just think that that in itself is pretty interesting. And the fact that you can get that pretty much anywhere with 3G and 4G, or 3.5G rather, and 4G LTE, it's just pretty incredible. And I just find that interesting. Also from the same person, do you have any religious beliefs, or are you an atheist? Unrelated to technology, but I am just really curious. I would rather keep that private rather. If you are really interested, you can send me a message and I could send you the answer that way. From iPod Kid 232, are you a fan of Gaming Nexus Minecraft K? Okay. So here is that person's channel. I occasionally play Minecraft. It's been a very long time since I've opened it though. But what I found interesting is that he has 1,600 subscribers already for not even 10,000 video views. So that's, I find interesting. So either his content is really good, or he might be paying for that stuff. But he already has custom thumbnails and everything, so I imagine he's doing okay. But no, to answer your question, I'm not a fan of him because I've never watched his videos before. So that's that. From Sakuraji Rokurauda, has a cheap handset, Windows Phone or Android. So he's looking to upgrade. He wants a smooth experience. He's not quite swimming in cash. The Nexus 4 is close to $700 where I live, on par with a Galaxy S3. Wondering if a cheap Windows Phone 8 device will get the job done and not lag like cheap Droids. Well, I mean, in terms of software, they're both completely different experiences, but they're both pretty smooth, mainly depending on the device. Well, let me take that back. Pretty much any Windows Phone 7 or Windows Phone 8 device will give you a very smooth, fluid experience just because of the way the UI interface works. But when it comes to Android devices, it's really a mixed bag because of the lack of software optimization. So what I found with the Galaxy S4 is that it's not really as smooth as it should be given its pretty high-end hardware. So if you're not too much into smartphones, if you don't need every single app that's available out there, if you want something that works, gets the job done, and still gives you room for third-party applications and, games and entertainment and stuff, I think Windows Phone 8 is the way to go. Although in terms of flexibility and customizations, that's where Android is, so hopefully that helps. Lastly, from Budget Gadgets, he says that the video last week was not clear, but my voice was. So I'm not sure if he's trying to watch this video at a very low resolution. So for example, here is 144p. That's pretty much unwatchable unless you just want to listen to me. 240p helps a little bit. You could try to start reading out the text. 360p helps a little bit. 480p helps a little bit more. And obviously once we step up to HD, that helps a lot. So I don't know if he's watching it on some low resolution. As you can see here, the differences between the two are just night and day. So I'm not sure what his particular issues are. But that's it with episode 52 of this Q&A. If you have any questions that you would like me to try and answer, you could go ahead and leave those down below in the comments area. But that is it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.